Broadcast is live.
We are live. Good evening, everybody that's not here yet. Hopefully, everybody's having a good time. I am here with Timothy Olson. Are you
Yes.
related to the Olson twins? No,
No, I'm not.
I didn't think so. Or maybe it's Harriet Olson from Walnut Grove, House on the Prairie.
Olson is a very common last name.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding around a little.
Uh huh.
He has a Indiegogo campaign called Melvin number
Yep.
one, issue one. So is this going to be an ongoing series?
If
What's
I
playing?
if I have my way, I'd like it to be as a long running series as Spawn.
Well,
Go
that is
on,
definitely good.
keep making issues until I die.
Uh, well, that's definitely good for sure. Well, hopefully we can get some people here soon.
Yep.
Um, so, what got you into comics themselves? Comic
X
books.
X Force number one.
Okay. I'm not sure
I,
what's.
X Force number one. Rob Liefeld.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody should know that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I had comic
There are
books
a lot.
before. I had comic books before, but X Force was kind of like the tour de force. Is that the right word I'm using? That was the
I guess so.
genesis of me wanting to draw.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yep.
I wasn't so much wondering what got you to draw by that, but just what got you into comic books, reading them in general.
Oh,
We'd come to that question: what got you to wanting to draw or write them later? But you've answered that one. So,
okay, cool.
but with that said, what did get you, reading comic books or whatever?
Well, you'd go on these long camping trips, and like you'd stop by some store and you'd pick up a comic book and not really think about it, like, oh, cool, they have like a Marvel Comics presents or Wolverine or something. Wolverine back in the '80s and '90s was the shit. That was always awesome. Um, I think
Yeah.
also I think also my fourth grade teacher. He had if I did homework and I got my homework done or I paid attention, he'd give me like a Marvel card or something because Marvel had
Oh,
just come
cool.
out.
Cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different factors that got me into comic books.
Yeah, same here. I watched the Saturday morning cartoons, Super Friends and all that when I grew up, when I was growing up, and.
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Yeah,
I can no
and
longer enlarge. Sorry.
and eventually I got into reading comic books through my mom. She bought me some comic books to try and get me reading, and then that developed into an insane passion.
Oh, I can. I think also because sometimes I can say things better when I draw them out into a story. Like if I have a statement to make or some kind of point of view, it comes out better when I draw it.
Yeah. So there, you said, I think you were saying off air. There's somebody else involved in the project.
Oh
First of
yeah,
all, what is your spot on the project? What are you doing? Well,
I
besides
am
leading the campaign.
I am the creator of Melvin. I came up with Melvin way back in I think middle school.
Oh,
I'm going to do the writing. I draw the covers and I do the storyboards. And then
cool.
my artist Sherwin, he's in the Philippines. He does the inside pages, the pencils, and the inks.
Oh,
And
that's
I'm
good.
and I'm thinking about I have an email address to a letterer, and I think I have to because my handwriting sucks. So
Well, I would suggest doing lettering by computer, digital
yeah,
lettering.
yeah. I don't know which one. I'm still trying to figure out which one reads better.
Well, most people nowadays do it digitally. I think most, well, I shouldn't say most, probably use one or two programs, either Photoshop or Clip Studio. That's what I used to do my lettering, and I did the lettering
Uh,
myself.
I have like Microsoft Paint.
Well, if you can afford it, I would suggest getting Clip Studio. Even if you just use it to letter and do the lettering yourself.
Yep.
There is an art to it. Yeah, you got to get used to it. But it's got the stuff for the bubbles, the tails. You just gotta fit your words in right or whatever. Put the
I s-
placement of the bubbles.
Well, I suppose I'll find out something. This one lady I know, I was told she does it for $5 a page. So I'm like,
Oh yeah, then that's not too bad. How big is Melvin going to be?
20 plus pages.
So you haven't decided like exactly how many?
Well, yeah, I kind of have like the what I want to happen, and I don't know because sometimes I think, oh, you know what, that doesn't make any sense. Let me make a new page to go in between that page, and then that gets longer, and it's just
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I get where you're coming from. So it's a minimum of 20 pages long. I think I seen from the website it's going to be black and white, no color, or
the pages inside are gonna be black and white, and I think the alt covers are gonna be black and white because the person who's Eve, I want her to do the alt cover for Perk 3, and she charges $45 per color, and I'm like, shit, I might as well just have it be. I just might as well pay for the line art.
yeah.
Yeah. So, although I might, I might, I don't know. I was thinking about talking with my cousin who saw it, and he says, "Oh, Matt, can I do an alt cover?" And I'm like, "Well, I already got people lined up for that. Maybe I could have him work on the next campaign as soon as this one's done."
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, maybe I will go over to let me bring your campaign up for people to see.
Cool, cool.
Well, and I should actually.
Look at that beautiful, sexy artwork. Hey, there's even look at there. There I am. It's even better.
Okay, is that
Yeah. Oh
okay?
man, it's like a picture within a picture within a picture.
Okay, now it should be all right.
There we go. Yeah.
So Melvin, number one, Melvin is hired to save a princess from a PC
See,
called
but there,
Hey Fly Fox. Fly
it's
Fox
a,
Pro is here.
yep.
And he says, "Hola, boomer." He's calling me a boomer.
Don't call
Yeah.
me a boomer because I'm not that old. I'm more of a Gen X.
I think it was more due to the fact of how I was showing things.
Uh,
Let's
yeah.
see.
Well, let me explain. It's not. They're not. They're. I said PC called because there's a little bit of. It's sci-fi fantasy, but there's a little bit of satire in there.
Okay.
Because people are too afraid to say anything about social justice warriors in general,
Yeah.
and Marvel and DC are already trying to make them like heroes when they're not. So I'm making them bad guys, and more importantly, I'm making them a cult.
Yeah. Let's see. Rick, Scary Bits here, and he says Rick face cam. The face that you saw there wasn't me, but I was showing my face earlier. The Black Fox says, "Yeah, I was teasing Rick."
What do you
Okay.
say? It's
He said, "Yeah, I was teasing Rick." Fly
oh,
Fox said, and I get Scary Bit. I think saw your face there for a sec while I was doing switching over to your campaign when I did you full screen, and well,
okay. I see him now. I see him now.
yeah, because I've got the chat up so I can respond to the chat. So
Cool, cool.
the side here is greetings. My name is
Yeah.
Timothy Lee Olson. I am an indie comic creator for a few years now. I have also been a comic
Are you
fan since I was small. Melvin #1 is a pulse pounding 20-page plus thrill ride. So read as you witness the spine shattering action. See Melvin take on beasts and an evil PC cult so he can rescue a princess and get her home safely.
Do you read all the profiles that way or just mine?
Well, I try. Well, they might be slightly different. I do try and make it seem exciting.
Right. I see. That works. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
people want that excitingness in reading. So
Oh, I respect you, scary bit. You're cool, man.
no, oh no, I saw both my
Res-
scary big
res-
gets no respect. Shake my head.
res- Guys, better give scary bit some respect. Damn it.
Okay, so let's see. Here is some more stuff you should know. I need $1,000 to increase the amount of copies, stickers, buttons, along with hiring an artist for an alt cover, and
Yep.
additional costs for shipping. Perk 1, the physical comic book in all its glory. Perk 2 is the physical book plus the comic, same comic book with an alt cover.
Yep.
Uh, done by an artist, done by the artist of the inside pages, Sherman. The
Yep.
Hammer.
Yep.
KO?
I'm the brains of the operation, and he's the hammer.
Cool. Say as a sticker. Perk 3 is the original comic plus the same comic book with art by the soon to be legendary thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
so perk 3 you're
Here's
getting both covers, two copies of comics with one of each cover.
Yeah. Well, no, not with Sherwin's, but one with the original cover, and then one with her cover.
Yeah, so perk 1 is your cover or the regular cover. Perk 2 is supposed to be Sherman's cover, and perk 3 is your cover and Sherman's cover.
No, it's going to be my cover for perk 3, and then her cover for perk 3. But for
That's what
some
I
reason,
said.
oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, I said your cover and the alternate cover, so you get two
Okay.
comic books, two different covers.
Right. That's the idea. But for some reason, perk 2 doesn't show up on the campaign, so I just told people first 50 backers get a limited edition cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
hopefully
And
after we're done the show tonight, I can help Timothy out here, and we can get perk 2 so it's being shown.
yeah, that'd be good. That'd be great. And I was gonna just kind of give everybody who got perk 1 a sticker anyway.
Ah.
So it's like that was the idea I had. I was like, okay, I'll just kind of use that kind of to fix the idea, the perk.
Yeah. It says, if I fall short of my goal, I will use the money to finish sending and making the comic for the people who contributed to my campaign. And if there is some left over, I'll keep that in my savings. What is this? Says John's here in the chat, and he says, "What is this?" Oh, we're talking about Timothy
Diller.
Olson. Timothy Olson's campaign, Melvin #1.
Yes.
Here's some of the.
Diller's on the chat. I'm a little nervous now. He's gonna make fun of me. He's gonna make fun of me, man. Oh shit.
One thing I would suggest, if you can, put some of these images down in after what you hope to accomplish. Put them right in. That way they can see the full pages instead of just half pages. Because people like to see the art like that.
Yeah, I don't understand why when I loaded those up that it did that.
Well, again, maybe it's something I can help you with. And of course, the first thing is as is already said there in the thing. Physical copy of the Earth Shattering comic and number one. What are your shippings? I think I know because I accidentally got. Not that I didn't mean to eventually, but I hope it doesn't backfire because I didn't have the money on my pay as you go, but it went through. So saying that it did, so I accidentally got it. Number one, I was going to say, what are your shipping costs?
And you accidentally donated.
Yeah, because I went get this perk. I like doing that to see what the shipping is going to be and all that. That way I can. And then.
I don't see an update, so I guess you didn't. You must have not done it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a couple days ago that I was supposed to have done it.
Oh yeah, I did. You got perk 3. I was excited, like, oh, hey, somebody finally.
No, I think I got perk 2. Or perk
Oh.
1, I should say. Only the $12 one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll make sure you get it.
Well, like I said, hopefully it doesn't refund on you. Like I said, my pay-as-you-go credit card, I thought it was used up, but then it went through. So I don't know, and it hasn't rejected it. So, anyways, yeah, if you want to still hop on, Metal, feel free.
Oh, picture within picture within picture. Trippy.
Yeah, that's when I go over to think. No need to be nervous. I'm just comparing you to the legendary Rick Piper of Canada. Yeah.
Rick Piper.
Yeah, that's me. What you hope to accomplish? What I want to do. What I want to do. The best action-filled comic book ever. Bring back that excitement that has been missing.
Too much talking. There's too much talking in comic books these days.
Yeah. Well, you need a little bit of talking because you actually need a plot more than just smash.
Yeah. I know, but like back in the day, there was a lot of action. It was exciting, and now it's just talking.
Yeah.
Comic books are supposed to be exciting. Period.
Yes, they are definitely. Although my first issue is probably not the most exciting issue, Canadian Shield, I must admit. But it's its origin story. So is this an origin story? Is Melvin's origin?
No, no. I was thinking about they used to do 0 issues back in the day.
Yeah.
I kind of think they ought to bring that back.
Yeah.
They were always like prequel stories or something.
And what are Melvin's powers? Why is he called Melvin?
Melvin is a reference to Mad Magazine #1.
Okay.
He's just a really good fighter. It's a natural gift.
Dylan says, I think there's too much excitement in comics today. Not enough walking and reflecting. That's why I'm back to Canadian Shield.
Is that what he does? Is he reflects?
Well, he gets his power. He's my character. He's taken from the past, brought to our present, given a suit from the future, which is brought to our present, and told to put it on. And so he's learning his powers.
Some lady's getting mugged, and he reflects about it.
Well, he's not. Nobody gets mugged in it because you don't want to take a guy from say 200 years in the past and put him in the middle of the city. That would just mess his mind up.
Mess his mind. All right.
Yo.
And there we go.
Hello.
Okay, so, but enough about the Canadian Shield at the moment. Anybody in the chat got any questions for Timothy, or can you think of anything to say or any questions there, Metal?
Yeah, give me a second to go back to the campaign page. It came in late.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
I'll be prepared for this. He's gonna rip me a new one. Okay, gotta prepare for this. All right.
No, I'm not going to rip anything.
Okay.
Dillard says you can't have somebody get mugged. That would create unneeded tension.
This guy right here.
A scary bit asks, "What's the story besides Ma SJWs?"
It's just a simple action story. He has to rescue her. He has to bring her home, and there's all these side adventures along the way.
Okay.
Basically, the whole entire planet is under the thumb of this cult.
I may have missed it. What's the cult's name?
It's the Azarka Obelisk Cult. If you abbreviate it, it's AOC. Get it?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I would say you might want to put more about the storyline without giving too much weight in your campaign here.
I was hoping to kind of tackle that on the second issue.
No, you definitely want to, in the campaign, set up the world, because since it's a high fantasy adventure, you want to draw people into the world itself so they're invested into what's going on.
Yeah.
So just basic, simple stuff. You don't want to obviously give away the plot, but setting the scene.
Right. So obvious. Why didn't I think of that?
And I take it this is Melvin right there.
Yep.
Holding up. He looks like
Conan.
I was gonna say He-Man. Shit, Chuck
what does He-Man look like? He-Man looks like Conan.
Like Conan, just with really bright blonde hair.
Yep. Obviously, right?
With that really dorky kind of 50s band haircut.
Yeah.
Dylan says, "I want to know why this man is openly disparaging a Latin woman." What do you mean?
I have no idea.
It's a sheer coincidence.
Oh, we got Chad in the chat saying, "Hail, Rick and Dillard." Hey, Chad. So, yeah. Oh, you're bringing up the campaign. Yeah, and he's got 14 backers. I was going to say 14 backers so far. He only wants $1,000. It's a flexible goal. So, whatever you donate, he gets. And he's got 49 days left.
Yep. So, I should expand on the world he's in.
That would be great.
Huh, right.
Yeah, anything you can do to bring the backers, people in. Like I said, you want to show more of the artwork. I think at the bottom too.
Right.
Do you have one of the covers done?
I have. I have it almost done. Yes.
Well, I would suggest as soon as the cover's done, put it up in at least in underneath everything. And if you're not sure how to do stuff like that, you contact me and I'll help you.
I think I did put it on an update or something.
Yeah. Okay. Let's check out the update.
You have 7 updates.
Yep.
Okay. So
they're not quite done. I have to do I have to clear the lines a bit. And then, of course, there needs to be.
Let's see. We got Chad says, "Hail Timothy Metal and chat." Art of Reed is here. Hey, Art of Reed, how are you doing? Been a while.
In your preview, because of the way they do it, all your pages were cut off in boxes. But here in the update, I can see some full pages.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a nice cover right there. Yeah, but yeah, I would suggest trying to put these on the main page because I don't think a lot of people will go into the updates.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah, like people who forward back will get the updates, but most people won't click on that tab if they haven't already followed.
Okay.
Let's see. Scarabet says, "Yeah, draw people in. Anti-SJW stuff was old hat with Sargon beat that horse to death 5 years ago. Give us some meat to bite into." And Dillard says, "I believe this is the extent of the finished artwork, and you got some more updates here. Yeah, the artwork looks awesome. I will admit that.
Draw people in anti-SJW stuff was old. Okay. I know, but I never got around to. I never actually got around to saying my piece.
I think he's joking around a bit.
Yeah, well, no, I think it's like a half joke, right? Because you can make an intriguing story about anything, and a story should appeal to the author. So if you feel strongly about something, that's not to say don't write about it, but you have to structure the world in a way that it's more than just your feelings. That somebody who doesn't even necessarily agree with you still gets pulled in and invested to the world.
Right.
That way you can tell them your side. You know, it's got to be a good story first and foremost.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if anybody has any questions in the chat, feel free for Timothy. Feel free to ask. He is the creator of Melvin.
Anybody?
So I take it this is not taking place on Earth.
No, it's taking place somewhere else.
Do you have a name for your this planet, or?
Oh damn! I'm still creating stuff as I'm going. I guess.
You're world building.
Yeah,
that's fine. You're a discovery writer.
Hey, I'm just asking the questions as they come. You know. John says, "Yeah, he's got a question."
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good idea. If you're a discovery writer, as you seem to be, if somebody asks you a question, maybe it'll point you in the direction of where you need to search in your discovery next.
Exactly.
Probably not here. Ask who the hell is Timothy? Well, Timothy.
I'm Timothy.
Yeah, here let's show Timothy.
That was easy.
Yeah, let's show Timothy. There's Timothy.
Yep. Next question. Dealer's got a question. Or he had a question. I don't know. I'm worried about that. He's
building up suspense.
He's gonna roast me.
Did he complain about that first panel on your preview yet? Because out of the ones, it's the only one I don't like, and me and him were talking about that last time.
You didn't like that?
Yeah, I think it's not the idea. The panel, it's just the execution, because he's just like the whole bottom half of him is obscured in a really weird way.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he did say he didn't look very intimidating.
Yeah. Like if there was any panel to redo, I would say that would be one to do, but it may not be important. It's just the first thing people see on your preview.
Right. John says, Rick, how does it feel to basically interview someone who answers questions exactly like you? Awesome.
How do you answer questions? I've never heard you answer a question.
Well, when I'm going over my campaign, I can be a bit
vague.
Vague, or I don't mean this is a bad thing. Scatterbrained in my answers, or not know everything what the person wants.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that's also because Rick, you yourself are still discovering everything about the world you're building.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Keep in mind,
I know a lot, but I don't know a lot. You know.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's fair. It's a fair observation.
And I'm like I said, I ain't putting you down for it because, like I said, I'm the same as everybody else said. I'm
still creating the world that I'm building, and I've never done an interview, so of course I'm a little nervous.
Well, here's a good thing: if you're a discovery writer like that, then you don't necessarily want to market your story on the things that are going to be the sediment of the world. You want to market it on that you're taking them on a journey with you through the world, right? So you want to market it through the exploration, the emotion of what's going to be going through, so they can feel they're on this wild ride with you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, anybody else got any other questions? unfortunately, with so little in the campaign, it's hard to stretch this out super long.
Did you give
Oh.
Dillard the link?
Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I will give him the link.
I can send it to him if you don't want to leave the StreamYard.
Okay. Yeah. I just didn't want to scare Timothy off too much.
Well, I remember you last time you asked if he was going to be there too.
Yeah.
Melvin number 2.
Spoilers: the cult wins. Scary Bit says.
Oh, somebody's talking some shit there.
Mm-hmm.
Beaver done.
I'll take a guess. 9 in 10 chance that that's Evan.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're clever. Actually, you're very underwhelming, so that's all right.
Chad says, market Melvin like the great Butler. Yeah, you got to remember, my chat will.
I kind of think that Dillard's a pro at it, and he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Well, Dillard is definitely good at hyping things up. So if you want to listen to anybody about that,
yeah,
Dillard will be the man.
Yeah. No doubt.
Chad says Rick is secretly creating a Canadian version of Melvin in his comics.
I'd be surprised if you didn't already have your own like Conan type character.
Is he going to be extremely polite?
Well, when the Canadian Shield built, he's not really a barbarian, but he's extremely strong. I don't know. Well, I don't have anything like off-world set in that type of genre. Yeah.
He changed his name to very underwhelming. Motherfucker.
Okay. I should have said one thing. Can we try not to have the swearing on the channel?
Oh. Is there no swearing?
I try not to. Obviously, sometimes people slip. I've had one guy on here that slips a lot. But just
my apologies.
No, you know.
Actually, I've been pretty good on your channel.
I'm taking this pretty well, but I kind of feel like more people are just making fun of me. That's all right.
Well, guess what? That's my chat. That's a lot of what YouTube is, especially live. They will rib you senseless. You just gotta take it. It's done. A lot of times, most times, it's done in good fun.
Especially here.
Yeah. There are places that it's not done in good fun. But, I make sure my channel knows the limits usually. Scary Bit says, Rick is a good Christian boy. Yeah. Well, if you couldn't tell by the name of the channel, well, you can take one of two ways: crosses and Christian, or crosses and mad.
Well,
I think the logo helps sediment which way it is supposed to be.
Oh,
that's true.
Well, there was CrossGen, and that wasn't Christian at all.
Yeah, true.
Yep.
Well, let's see. Go ahead.
So, anybody have any more advice for me?
Or questions?
Chad
says, Timothy, are you going to take that from Rick? The Canadian Shield greater than Melvin? He doesn't even know who the Canadian Shield is at this point.
I think I saw a picture. I think last time I crashed your stream and started
the Canadian who?
Shamelessly promoting. I think I saw a picture of it.
Yeah.
Or him.
Do it. If you have so many questions, come in here and ask them. I sent you the link.
Oh God.
Oh, he's almost home. Okay.
Quick, let's hurry up the stream so I can get off and go home and not have to answer my questions. He's gonna roast me. I'm doomed.
Hey, well, at least you're not on his show running the gauntlet.
This is not the gauntlet.
No, this is not the gauntlet.
Oh,
this is friendly territory.
If this is
we're mean on the gauntlet.
Oh God.
It's still in good fun.
Yeah.
but intentionally mean.
Yeah. I get it.
Also, anybody who is looking for it, the link is in the description for the Melvin, and as well his Twitter, right near the top. So,
Yep. Feel
I mean,
free to stop by and rip me in person.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll drop another one in the chat to make it easier.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Something else I would suggest for you too is you have a YouTube channel. If you can, I would suggest doing some live streams yourself. Try and build that up too. Get a bit of a following.
All right.
Just get people knowing you. That you can, go on there and promote your stuff, show off drawings, or even, you say you're just doing
Oh,
well,
if I
the storyboard, but if you can draw your own character on there or some of the characters from the book, maybe to draw people in. Now, I can't promise you'll get anybody watching you, or maybe just record yourself drawing and put a speed video up of you doing it. Just
it's kind of hard when you have a laptop.
yeah. Well, I've got a laptop. That's how I'm doing this.
Can you see that? It'd be like this. Like. Can you see that?
Oh yeah. Well, you can screen share. Just wanna or depends on how you. Oh yeah, you probably.
Unless it was like my old laptop, it would die if you tried to screen share.
Oh, the battery on this thing is shitty. It always stays plugged in. If I unplug it, the battery dies.
Yeah. Well, if you're doing something like this, you want to keep it in anyways. It's just like a regular. I'm using my laptop like a regular computer, so. Let's see. Scary Bit says, "Boy, Dylan starts giving you trouble. Just tell him his coloring is amateurish because it is."
I don't know.
Dillard's coloring is awesome.
The idea of a villain be trying to be a hero, hasn't that been done before?
Yeah.
Thunderbolts.
But his character's not trying to be a hero. It's just straight up about a guy rising. He was trying to be a hero and then became a villain, and now he's trying to rise up through the pyramid of the villain hierarchy.
So it's like a reverse Thunderbolts.
Kinda, yeah.
So it's hero gone bad. So
yeah. But he ends up doing some good things because it turns. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, but it turns out that there's people trying to do good things that are actually doing it through bad means. So there's a lot of complexity to his world. You're going to want to back it and read it. It's going to be really good. I've been watching him create this thing.
So what? So violent.
Is it kind of like a comedy though? Because I kind of
it's a dark comedy.
Yeah, kind of like what if the Tick was a dickhead?
Kinda.
Scary Bit says, "Laugh out loud." No, it looks like deviant art coloring.
Oh,
I don't know. There's some pretty good colors on DeviantArt.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of trying to get done with the pages first and then write the script for it, which I think would help. Like I said, I want to get a letterer because I don't know how doing, typing the dialogue would look.
Oh, you're trying to like an old-fashioned letter or somebody with a tablet doing it or something?
I don't know. Somebody suggested this one lady. She does it for $5 a page.
That's pretty good.
And he says that she's pretty good. So
I do all mine digitally.
Yeah, same here. I was suggesting to if he could afford it to get Clip Studio and just do it in there.
I don't want all the books made and all of a sudden get like a bunch of copies back and like no one can read this. They'd have to use a magnifying glass to read it. So that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, well, that's why you get it to see it at a regular thing. Or if you've got a printer, you print off a test op of the one page for the lettering. Because a comic book size page is going to fit on, 11.5 by 8 piece of paper, right?
Yeah. A finished print will fit within a normal printed paper. It's not going to be the best quality, but you'll be able to tell what the lettering is going to roughly look like.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see.
That's what I did. I got my lettering done on, and then just to make sure it was readable. Like you said, am I making this too small or not?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm worried about. But I want to like finish the pages and then write the script and then edit the shit out of it so it actually sounds good.
You mean write the dialogue after you've written?
Yeah, I've always done it that way. I always like to draw the pages first.
Sounds like Stan Lee's thing.
Yeah. He would tell like Jack what to draw, and then he would go back and add the dialogue over the finished pages.
That's a good comparison. I actually like to be compared to Stanley, but I'm nowhere near Stanley. Nobody is.
Well, I'm just saying for his technique.
Yeah.
Don't give me an undeserved ego.
Yeah, I kind of do that. Like I'll have an idea of what I want the dialogue to be, then I'll make the page. Then I'll go back in there and I'll figure out how it'll actually fit onto the page and if some things need to be cut or rewritten or whatever.
But it took me. I mean, I think my art's decent, but the one that's going to do the second alt cover, she's only 20 and she can draw better than most of us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Scary Bit says, interesting. Steven Universe was done roughly the same way.
Oh, well, don't compare me to Steven Universe. I've seen that. Looks like garbage.
Well, you can always say that just because a technique's good doesn't mean everybody's going to use it well.
Right.
Yeah.
A hammer is a good tool, but that doesn't mean everybody knows how to hit a nail in.
And, surprisingly, even if something's garbage, doesn't mean people are not going to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scary Bit says, stories written around the art.
Yeah.
Well, Stan Lee would usually tell the guy what he wants first, probably enough of the story. He'd probably tell the guy the story, and then the guy would write it, and then he would, or draw it, and then he would just come back and do dialogue.
Yeah, he would let the artist form the story, like molding clay.
There you
go.
go.
He'd go back in and finish shaping it with the dialogue.
Yeah.
So, okay, who are the characters in this besides Melvin? Some of the main characters.
The woman he's rescuing, her name's Alice.
Okay.
And the villain, his name is Argonus.
Okay. Want to tell us something more about them besides their names? Personality,
Argonus,
maybe powers, or
motivations.
Right. Damn, I should have written this down. I'm still destroying the pages. I'm still making this up as I go along.
Motivation is probably the most important thing you need to know about a character.
Yeah, I was gonna try to tackle that in the story too. Write it in the script.
Yeah. Do you know your villains motivate? Well, I guess world domination or whatever. Since you say they're a cult or whatever. Or,
division and subjugation. Yes.
But you have a reason for it. Like
yes.
Deep down, is it an ego thing? Is it he believes he's right or something? Like there's different reasons for why a villain might want to do this.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let me kind of gather my thoughts here. let me gather my thoughts here, guys. Like, damn, so many questions.
Now, make sure you write down these questions so you can form an answer off screen for your next interviews when these questions are asked.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be like, okay, I have another interview coming up Saturday. I know what they expect now. Okay, so basically, it's like this. She went out. She left this. I was gonna have like she lives in these different forests are kind of separated by a desert. Her people kind of live in a hidden city in this one forest to hide from the cult because they've destroyed everything else. And this
in the waiting room.
Huh?
There he is.
What's going on, guys?
Oh damn! Is that what that is? Oh God,
That's God, yeah.
Hello, Timothy. How you doing?
I'm gonna die.
I don't feel that way.
uh,
Be a man.
Oh,
oh yeah, I am.
Scary Bet says it kind of seems like this is the stuff that you should have fleshed out before the campaign launched. But what do I know? I'm just a dog.
Well, hey, look at it this way. Now I know what to do next time.
No, I don't even think it's that. I think it's more along the lines of, do you know who these characters are? Because you don't have to have the story out there, but as long as you know what this character would do given a set of
The story can build
circumstances
itself.
or a situation, yeah, the story will build itself.
You got to
Right.
know weird writing.
Yeah, and then there's something else too in your main page. Maybe write about the villain that he's got to go against a little bit.
Oh, you
And
know what? I
maybe
should have done that because Dan Fraga did that. He had a whole list of characters and what they were about. I should fucking have done that.
Well, this is stuff you're knowing, and it's stuff that you can do over the next couple of days before you're interviewed on Saturday, if you're saying. And
this is my first crowdfunding. Please be gentle.
No, we won't be gentle, and we'll be for your own good.
Damn it. All right. Continue with the what's the word I'm looking for?
The
hot
grilling?
seat. The grilling, yes.
What grilling? Have you been grilling this poor guy? What are you doing?
Well, Dillard, you said you had a lot of questions.
I mean, I do have a
Oh,
lot
God.
of questions. None of them are grilling questions. I'm just very interested in this book.
Well, I told him this wasn't the gauntlet, but he seems to be all worked up for no reason.
I know.
This is my
make you.
first interview.
I will make you a deal. I'll make you a deal, Timothy.
What's that?
You sell me this book right now. I'll buy it right here.
Oh God. You'll have to give me a couple days. I have a lot of writing and stuff to do.
Like this guy. How did this guy end up here? And is his name actually Melvin?
Yes,
And
it is.
who cuts his hair?
Well, I based it on a page in middle school where it was "How are you feeling today?" and it was the same character. It basically looked like a ripoff of Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes.
Uh-huh.
And I used to draw like every single like emotion on there and onto a piece of paper. And then I also had a bunch of Calvin and Hobbes comic.
Now, what was this assignment for?
It wasn't. I was always just sent to I was always getting in trouble, so that's where I'd go. Is detention.
This sounds like homework a therapist would give somebody.
Well, it was kind of on a wall, so I kind of stole the paper from the corkboard, and he would just kind of draw it.
So this guy Melvin, he fights all kinds of crazy monsters and cults and all this stuff, and this takes place in like a fantasy world.
Yes, a universe, a galaxy.
A whole fantasy universe.
Yes, a whole fantasy universe.
Okay, so this guy was born there.
He was
on this world.
He was born on a planet called Spars. He's a Spartian. That's a mix between.
So how is it that they are able to traverse planets? They have spaceships?
No, his planet was. I'm kind of in the middle of something. All right, quiet. I'm getting bothered by something.
Oh, I like that shirt.
Thank you. Guns N' Roses. It's a pity what Axel's done to himself. Anyway.
Right.
So this planet.
Like a woman.
Oh, that, and he can't sing anymore.
No,
and he's fat, so he let himself go.
Hey.
Elric's here in the chat. Hey,
True.
Elric, how are you doing?
Anyway, so his planet has this huge war because they're all kind of they kind of have war's DNA in them, so they kind of just know how to fight, and they kind of wipe each other out, except for Melvin, who's spared by God, and God lets him live forever because he's the last
God of the universe or God of his planet?
God.
The God.
The God.
Okay.
And so he sends him away to get raised on a farming planet where, there's going to be a story on that. I'm going to work on that pretty soon. But he somehow becomes a mercenary because the space biker gang just wipes out his entire life. He's found by a guy called Gidgeon who trains him to be a mercenary. And mercenaries are a lot like gladiators where they're kind of, they don't have any freedom, and all the money they make goes to their owner.
Okay.
And if they try to escape, he just blows them up. They have a little chip in them, and their owner can press a button at any time and blow them up.
So in this universe, it's kind of working on like a Star Wars premise where there's high technology abounding here.
Yes, but there's also going to be fantasy stuff. It's kind of a like John Carter of Mars, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the reason why Melvin is such a good mercenary is because it's his nature.
Because he comes from a warring people.
Yes. He's
like a Saiyan.
Yeah, well, their children are born and they can kind of clean themselves off and stand at attention and are ready to train already.
Okay, hold on. Hey, Elric, this is Timothy Olson. He has a campaign on Indiegogo, Melvin #1, and that's what we're talking about. We went through the campaign, and we're doing just talking to him about his universe, his comic book.
I think I'm able to dig deep and kind of pull out all this stuff because, like, what I have in my head, sometimes I can't verbalize to people. It's like
right. So this guy, he looks pretty jacked, right? He looks like he works out. Does he work out? Like, he's in constant training, or is he that's just how his people are built?
Yeah, they're naturally built that way.
Okay. So if you were to compare him to like someone like Rick Piper, how many strengths of Rick Piper does he have?
I'd say 9 million. I don't know.
So, like, for instance, if he's like 9 million Rick Pipers, he's like 6 Dillards, right?
That sounds like proper math to me.
No, I mean, can this dude, can he pick up like a Volvo and chuck it at someone, or is he? What are we looking at? Like core set? What are we looking at?
You saw the page where he picked up that big old rock and threw it at that beast.
Oh, right? I didn't. It's really tiny. I can't really see the pages.
Oh, damn you!
And I can't be bothered to go look up an Indiegogo.
That's all right.
No, I'll go do that right now. What you said it was in the chat, right?
Yeah, I did put it in the chat before. You want me to drop it again, or?
I got it. I found it.
Scary Bet asks, who would win, Melvin or Goku?
Probably Goku.
Well, Goku probably.
Goku's pretty OP right now.
He's over 9,000. Is that a reference?
That's a reference.
That's a Dragon Ball Z reference. I think it's been memed a lot, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's a long time ago. He's probably over 9 quadrillion or something at this point.
Okay, I see I'm picking up a rock now. Okay.
Yeah, see.
I mean, how heavy is this rock on this? I mean, what is the gravity on this planet?
That's a good question.
I mean, this guy could be a pipsqueak for all I know.
Well, if that rock's made of granite, it would weigh as much as he does.
Okay,
Dillard,
can you pick up a rock and nobody can see the rock that you're talking about?
Can you pick up a rock that size, Dillard?
No, I cannot.
Okay, then. I don't stand corrected. I don't know what I'm saying.
I mean, I could pick up a rock maybe 1/12 that size.
All right.
So he's like 12 Dillards.
12 Dillards. Is there a whole measuring system of Dillards that we don't know about that you've made up?
Well, yeah, but usually it never gets into the power of anything. It's just flat comparison.
Oh.
Where did my cigarettes go? Oh, here they are.
Boom.
Okay, so this guy he's pretty strong. He can pick up rocks. So I'm assuming if he got close to that dinosaur dragon thing, he could probably like give it a gut punch and it would feel it. It would reel.
He already knocked it out. If you saw that one of the pages.
No, I haven't read the book yet.
Oh well, I don't have words up yet, so. There you go. Here we are.
And he has a cyber frog knee brace.
A cyber frog knee brace. Yeah, he added that in. I kind of give him a little bit of artistic freedom to kind of interpret the storyboards I send him.
Oh, so you're not the artist?
No, I am. I do the covers and then I do storyboards and I just send it to him.
Oh, okay. Who's the artist?
Sherwin.
Come again?
K.O. Sains. He's Filipino, so.
Oh.
So by storyboards, you mean you're like doing thumbnails for the pages?
yeah, I just kind of this is what I have in mind. I send it to him, and he draws it, and it always turns out pretty good.
Well, that's pretty good. Because at least that means you have the idea of what an artist might want in mind because you're at least drawing the thumbnails. A lot of people who write scripts have no idea what an artist would want, and they just like write the weirdest and unuseful information.
It's true because you notice as soon as I started asking him rapid fire questions, he actually had answers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's like, okay, this guy's gonna keep them coming, or else he's gonna just keep asking questions.
Scary Bits yawning, and hello, Eagles in the chat now.
No, because it seems like you do actually know what's going on in this world. It wasn't coming off that way earlier.
Well, yeah, like I said, I have all these ideas in my head, and then the
Eagles
verbalize
been in the chat.
Say what now?
I have all these ideas, and then people ask me questions like, "How do I say this?"
Yeah, how do you say? I mean, okay, so now you said this story in particular. He comes from a warring planet. He went to another planet, farming planet, like a Tatooine.
Kind of like
he was farming moisture for a while. Then he became trained up.
No.
No.
He was raised by a couple of farmers. It's kind of like a parody on also Superman. Also, I was thinking of like kind of making fun of Superman a little bit, where the asteroid lands and destroys a spaceship that like that spaceship that Superman came in, kind of runs right through it.
Okay, so he gets raised by Mom and Pa Kent, and at what point, at what age does he start actually getting trained by this warrior guy?
Well, he kind of inherits the farm because there's
so he grows all the way up.
Yeah, and but economic problems, so he has to work mining asteroids for minerals and stuff.
All right.
And he gets set up by the unknown Mr. Gray, who for some reason has it out for him. So Mr. Gray hires these space bikers to basically kill his family and kill him.
Okay.
But he doesn't die, so he gets discovered.
Like Josie Wales.
There you go. That's good. That's a good movie. He gets discovered by Gidgeon, who's this guy who trains mercenaries.
Oh, this does look like a Pokeball, huh?
Yeah, it does kind of look like a Pokeball from that angle.
Scary Bit says, "Okay, bottom line for us, since money is tight because of the Rona, so why should people back this instead of buying a Japanese dating sim?" And then Elric says, "I thought there was a Pokeball on Dillard's hat, but it was just lighting."
I have a good answer for that, because buying this comic book would be less sad than buying a Japanese dating sim.
It's a good answer.
And if anybody else in the chat has any other questions,
if you can find a way,
Timothy, while we're talking,
if you can find a way to insult possible backers, always do it.
I'm sorry. Please back my comic.
Say, you back my comic. I love you a long time, more than Japanese.
Scary Bit says, "Sad for who?"
All right, so he gets trained up by Gaijin.
Yeah.
How long is his training?
Well, might take months.
Like Iron Fist, or no? Just months.
Kind of like that show Spartacus. You ever seen that show? Spartacus, Blood and Sand.
Nah, I saw the movie. I didn't see the show.
Oh, you gotta see the movie. I mean, the show. That was not.
When is I know. I don't see it here. But when is your delivery date?
Well, I got 50.
Or hopeful delivery.
Delivery date? Well, I haven't even gone.
Once you get the money, when do you expect to get it to backers by?
Well, I have to wait 15 days, right, before it's released. The money's released, right?
So 16 days?
Well, hopefully. That would be a good.
So, is the book going to be finished by the time this crowdfunding finishes?
That's what I hope. That's what I hope to do. As soon as the money's released, I want to use that money to put it together.
Put it together. So like the artwork and everything will be pretty much wrapped up. We're just talking about formatting and sending it off to print.
Yes, well, the art's already being worked on. Page 7 is being worked on right now.
And how many pages is this total?
It's going to be 20 plus pages. I'm hoping, I want to say 24, but it could be longer.
Okay, so that's pretty reasonable. That should be about wrapped up by the time the campaign wraps up. And is this a flexible goal or a fixed goal?
I think it's flexible, which I
It
thought
is
that
a
was,
flexible goal.
yes.
Okay. All right, cool. So after this guy gets trained up for a few months,
Bless you.
I didn't sneeze, Rick.
Yeah. You didn't sneeze, Rick.
It's your problem, Rick.
Apparently, camera wasn't on the net. The stream's fine, but apparently I'm frozen.
Yeah, we're doing just fine, Rick. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets trained up for a while and he becomes an assassin.
He becomes a mercenary.
He becomes a mercenary.
Yes.
And his first job, is this his first job or is he an established mercenary already?
I'm going to count that as his first job.
All right, so his first official job is probably something he's not ready for. It's going to be a big deal. And he has to go rescue a princess from this planet.
Yes, it was actually a favor. The guy in charge of this, of her people, asked Gidgeon to because she had gone missing.
Mm-hmm.
So he sent Melvin to find her and rescue her.
Oh, so he's not even getting paid.
Well, no, Gidgeon's getting paid. Melvin doesn't get anything. He's a mercenary. He's owned, so he doesn't get shit.
All right,
Sorry.
so
Stuff.
So he's kind of like a slave in a case.
Yeah, just like a gladiator would be. Gladiators get money; it just doesn't go to them. It goes to their owner, their master.
all right. So does this princess gal, is she a looker?
Well, she's on the first page. You saw her, right?
Did
You have to go to the updates to see the full pages.
Oh, I got to go to updates. Okay.
Elric wants to know: does he get said princess?
Yeah, she actually ends up saving him though, because
Her name is Dana?
her name's Alice.
Oh. What's Dana?
Yeah, did you have? Has he
On her jacket,
princess too?
above her pocket, it says Dana.
Yeah, I don't know why he put that there.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna leave that unknown question that people are gonna like speculate. What does Dana mean?
So
She
she
got
looks
it off of someone else.
right. She does a bad tattoo or something. But no. So this Dana character, she looks to be like a Sarah Connor, like in her own right. She looks to be like a fighter.
Yeah.
And she's American. I thought this takes place in space.
Well, the thing is that alt cover was drawn like months ago, and I just kind of like, well, I need an alt cover, and I just kind of dug that up. It's like, no, I already paid for this one, so I'm gonna use this one.
All right, works for me. You might want to change that American flag bandana though.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking, how come we
put like a little icon of like the Saturn with a ring around it?
I was going to explain that I was going to do like a added story for the third perk, and it's going to be like a Captain America parody. Like he get like this Captain America parody. I was going to call him the Disc Throwing Patriot. He was going to have
his shield is very non-spacely.
Yes. And so he's fighting this like parody of the Red Skull, and he gets stuck on this rocket and he goes into space. It goes through like a wormhole, and he ends up on that planet where on Spars where he dies, and that's how he gets the shield. Something like that. But
I'm gonna say some of these action and angles look pretty good. I like these.
Oh yeah, he's the best. Sherwin's awesome.
Well, he's no Dillard, but he's at least 1/3 Dillard.
Oh, you're so modest.
Our asked question: does she earn her role, or is it just handed to her like Ray?
Oh my God! Yeah, no answer.
No answer to that. It's like oh damn.
Well,
All right, so
usually princesses inherit their roles more often than not.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to base it on something. I'm gonna have to look up a history of a royal family and kind of use that.
all right, so he goes to rescue this chick. She's being held by. I mean, she looks to be a fighter. Is she a fighter?
Yeah, because like there's other things in that jungle. There's these huge serpents that are gonna kind of pop out and they're gonna rip up all the bad guys' troopers and then he's in trouble. So she freed herself, got a gun, and started shooting these things.
Oh, so this is basically Star Wars then. Okay, so
Basically.
so now he's there. He's in trouble, but now he got rescued by her, and
Yeah.
now they kind of both gotta kind of like lean on each other to escape this together. Is that what's going on?
Yes, pretty much.
All right. Do they fall in love?
I was gonna work that angle. Yeah.
Is that a yeah?
Yeah. I'm not gonna get up. I'm not gonna get
Oh,
up too much.
oh, thank God! I'm in dire need of a love story.
Are you?
There's so much machismo going around. There's no romance in these books, dude. I'm telling you. It's just a sausage fest. This whole CG.
Sausage fest. Okay.
Elric says, hotter than Ray, and she looks like a woman, unlike Ray.
Yeah. I'd have to say Ray's pretty forgettable.
I can't get Ray out of my head.
So, yeah, I was gonna say. So, yeah, the perks are Melvin #1. You can get the book for $12, and that includes shipping, right?
Yes.
And
I kind of think some things will probably come. God damn.
And hopefully soon there will be a Melvin #2 perk there, which is the alternate cover.
Yeah, the comic book, the alternate cover, sticker, button.
There's a sticker and are these stretch goals? What are they? What are you talking about?
Well, I kind of wanted to make it worth people's while. Get two comic books. The original comic book and the comic book alt cover, and then maybe a button, and then maybe a sticker. But for some reason, perk 2 doesn't show up on the campaign. It's like, what the fuck did I do?
Oh my God, Rick!
Oh god! I mean, what the fudge did I do?
Rick, who is this class-free dumpster person you invited on your stream? All right, so
anybody looking for it, the link is in the description. Sorry, John.
Well, that's all right. I didn't have anything to say. Go ahead.
Thanks to Dillard for bringing out all that information out of me.
Anyway, Rick, I got more questions. Can I continue?
Oh yes,
yeah.
Yep, let the onslaught continue.
I'm not meaning for it to be an onslaught. I just want to know about this book before I decide to dedicate $12. This is like an hour. This is like 40 minutes worth of hard labor for me that I'm dedicating to this book here.
Yeah, I get it.
I want to know all about it before I decided to pony up this dough.
Right. You don't want to buy something you don't know what you're getting. I get it.
All right. That's one of the main things that's the main reason, Rick. I don't know if you know this or not, but the buckler it's a love story. The whole impetus of him coming.
I'm not hearing the words, John. Mike.
You mean by a dysfunctional love story? Isn't he getting divorced?
No, he's already divorced, but but he just can't handle the thought of somebody marrying his ex-wife.
Especially somebody who might be
the
better
launching
than
point
him.
of the whole book.
Is he?
Especially somebody who's a bastard like Todd Harrington.
So does he end up actually accidentally killing this guy?
You don't know yet. This is to be determined.
Is she gonna be like, where is he? And he goes, oh, I don't know. He's around. He's like, stuffing the body somewhere. Like I don't know where he is. Hold on.
Kicking his foot back under the rug.
Yeah, like I don't know where he is. Hold on,
But no, I do like a story that has more than just action. Like if you were to say this story has like a message that you're trying to send, other than SJW bad.
Fudge SJWs.
Yeah. What's the message of the book?
Just some
Scary Bit says Buckler talk boring. I'm out later, Rick.
Scary Bit.
Oh,
Scary Bit's a hater as always.
I actually kind of like the Buckler comic book. It's interesting. Anyway, what do I want to say? Well, I kind of want to have a little action, a little romance, stuff that's fun.
Yeah, but what's the like if you were to say like as an artiste or as like a writer, somebody who as the overall creator, right? The arc of the character. What is he overcoming? What is he
overcoming?
Where is it going? Or is it just an exhibition of physical prowess?
Are there any philosophical undertones?
Well, future stories there will be. This one's just kind of like an introduction to the character. Here's the character. It's a fun story. There's a plot.
No, I get that. I get that this book has like limitations. You can only put so much into one 24-page book. Right. You can't put a lot of backstory or like motivation and all that, especially if it's the very first. Which is why Rick had the same problem with his book, where you have to set up so much for the universe in the first book. There's not a lot of room for anything else.
I mean, let me give an example. X-Force #1. It was introduced. You already knew those characters, but them as X-Force, it was them just going in, fighting the Mutant Liberation Front, and then escaping to their base. That pretty much was it. And then, maybe a subplot about the government going after them.
Okay. So what I want to say, what I want to ask is like, okay, so take your character here, Melvin, right? Equate him, like, because you have it in your head. You know his story.
Right.
I don't. Equate him to a character in a movie.
Oh, there's so many well, as you know, I'm a big John Carter.
Like kind of get all of his goals, his hopes and dreams, and like which character best would represent your person, not physically, just what he is about.
Character. I guess he'd be kind of a Han Solo type, sort of. Maybe almost like maybe every single action character from the 80s, pretty much.
Okay, so this so somebody in his arc, because I don't know if this princess follows him through his other books and all that, but somebody somewhere is going to crack his shell and turn him into a human.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
Okay.
I
like it. I'm backing it right now. Take over, Rick.
I was just going to say, Elric says, very Scary Bit is ducking out because Dylan is talking to the Buckler. I guess the Buckler is too scary for Scary Bit. Chad says, Melvin is Forrest Gump.
Melvin is Forrest Gump? Well, oh, God, I like that. I'm going to quote that one. I'm going to quote that one on my Twitter.
So he's a character that never grows, but the world grows around him? Like Goku. Goku's like Forrest Gump.
There you go right there, okay? You got it?
Awesome.
Yeah, I saw it. I was just about to put you up, but everybody would have seen it. So awesome.
Yeah.
Basically, I think it sounds good. And I want to see where it goes. I'll be honest. I'm not jazzed about the first issue. I'm not a hardcore, rock'em sock'em fan. But right. I do like somebody that has a story that they want to tell. And if you're going to tell that story, I want to see it.
Definitely. I think you're going to like it eventually. It's going to happen.
I was running into that same problem. I have like so many stories, and I don't have the time to do comics for all of them. I just don't. I got to figure out another way. I got to figure out something.
Yeah,
Ricky,
sure,
I need help. Rick, you gotta help me figure out how to navigate an entire universe like you do.
yeah. I tell you, the person who's pretty good at mapping out a universe is my brother, but that's because he just writes everything and doesn't share with anybody, so he's constantly writing.
I
Me,
can
I
show
just-
you how to map out a universe.
Oh, those writers.
This is my specialty.
I don't believe you, Metal.
I have a whole universe.
Your specialty's just giving me a hard time.
It is. That's another specialty. I'm a man of many talents.
Some people have the ability to have everything already mapped out. Others kind of make it as they go on.
Yeah, it's a difference between, as they call it, a architect or discovery writer. There's two different real modes, and most people are somewhere in between, but some people lean heavier to one or the other.
Yeah. So like, I usually, and sometimes it's hard for me to explain what I'm talking about because some people just like, oh, what do you mean? Let me explain.
You want me to give you a tip on that?
What?
Really easy. Okay. And
The
this is
Dillard's
this is as plain as I can make it.
Dillard School 101.
Okay. You gotta like in your head, right? Mentally. You gotta put your hand on their shoulder, pretend they're like 8 years old, and you just gotta walk them through it. Talk down to them.
Talk down to them.
Like because talk down and I'm dead serious because nobody knows what the hell you're talking about when it comes to your characters. You have to spell every single thing out. Every single thing. You have to talk down to them. Explain it to them like they're a little kid. And that's it. And it starts to flow really because you don't get stifled by getting worried about, like when I first came through, I got worried about talking to Chester Busby because he sounds so much smarter than I do. You know what I mean? And I was like, but as soon as I said, you know what, I'm just going to turn it off and I'm going to explain something like they're a little kid.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you can just, it just starts to flow. It's not a problem anymore.
You're the teacher. It's their first day at school. You're building up their knowledge base on this thing.
Okay.
And that's it. And then the stress is off your shoulders. It feels like you can just talk normal.
Would it help if I just got high before every interview?
Mallet in the chat. Hey, Mallet. We were just talking with Timothy Olson about his Indiegogo campaign, Melvin #1. So,
you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna switch this to private chat.
Oh my, Rick! This guy's foul language is killing me.
Oh. I forget.
It's a drinking game. Anytime he breaks the swearing recommendation,
looks
take
like
a
we
shot.
got another Risey on our hands.
Oh, and if you took a drinking game with Risey's mouth, you'd be dead before the stream ended.
Mallet says, "Hi, guy. That is not Rick." I think he's talking to you, Metal.
Oh, probably. Mallet knows me.
Well, that's all the questions that I got. Oh, I'm
else?
satisfied.
So yeah, here is the campaign. He's got two. Well, he's got 2 perks at the moment. Hopefully, it's going to be 3 shortly after the show.
Yeah, you don't want to do like Rick and put 150 different perks on your page, though.
He had 150 perks.
Yes, he did. And like 112 of them were all the same.
So Dillard, tell me about your first crowdfunding campaign. How well did that go?
It didn't go at all. Oh wait, I did have a crowdfunding campaign. Yes, Tales from Beyond the Gate. It went horrible. The whole it was a conglomeration of a bunch of different creators, and we were going to do an anthology, and the whole thing just fell apart.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it was awful.
Wow.
So I actually never had a successful campaign in my life.
Except for the Buckler.
No,
Well, it hasn't been successful yet. It hasn't run.
What?
Buckler hasn't run yet.
The Ash Can is on Rick's campaign, which was successful.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Buckler Ash Can that funded, but that
So
the
both
Buckler.
this
This is the cover I'm working on right here. I'm painting this cover. This is gonna.
Oh,
be
you
the
paint your covers.
No, I'm gonna try. But this one's gonna be this is gonna be a scene of a riot happening in the back. Well, it's actually the entire town is battling the Buckler and his henchmen. And
I think I heard you talking about that. You someone mentioned like the riots and said, "Oh, you're like, no, I had that idea before that."
yeah.
Yeah.
So It's a big old. They all got together because he super kicked the ever loving daylights out of Todd Harrington live on national TV, and Todd Harrington is a beloved anchorman of Winnipeg, Canada. So the whole city is up in arms, and they want the Buckler's blood, but they can't get it because the Buckler he's super powered, and you can't kick. He'll kick your ass, and they're just regular people. So he has to end up fighting the entire town. This is the cops kind of giving him the business, throwing him on the hood of the car, trying to arrest him.
I kind of think the Buckler's going to do well.
Chad
it sounds like a good book.
Sorry. Chad says the Buckler is a master that takes time.
It's true. It is true. This cover is taking me a long time too, especially because I can't work in here in the daytime because it's 104 degrees in this stupid shed.
Woo. I can't work in the daytime because I'm usually at work.
Ulrich says so. Basically,
Sucker.
the Buckler
I work at
is
night.
the equivalent of Ron Burgundy. Loud.
No, not the Buckler. Harrington is the equivalent of Ron Burgundy.
So he's actually a douchebag though.
He's actually not. He's actually a really great guy that has best intentions, and he actually pulls them off. The Buckler is he's an impulsive ass, and he doesn't like Harrington because Harrington is everything that he isn't. He's collected, he's calm, he's reasonable, rational, healthy, has good mental health, stable relationships.
He's also the guy that busted the Buckler on the very first night, too.
Right, and when the Buckler committed his murder, that he had to abscond from Canada and go down to South Texas, Harrington's the investigative journalist that made his career on the Buckler.
So they've been connected for quite some time now.
And now he's dating his ex-wife, that bastard.
Mallet says John is in the hothouse in the bridge over the River Kai.
I am, dude. I'm sweating here. I'm all shiny too. I'm gonna put on this light that way I don't look so shiny. Whew. No, I still look. I'm even shinier now. Look at that.
Ulrich says I typed too fast. I meant to say the Buckler basically beat up the equivalent of Ron Burgundy.
That's correct. And you notice in the Ballad of Ron Burgundy, when Burgundy said that bad word, the entire town got into an uproar. That's it. When he disparaged San Diego, that's it. And that's what happened with the Buckler. He super kicked Harrington in the chin. Almost. I mean, Harrington obviously is going to have to probably have his chin wired shut. But that's it. The town had enough, and they're up in arms, and they want Harrington. They want the Buckler's blood.
Oh, because they love Harrington.
And that's when shit got real.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the shiz got real. Dang nabbit.
That's right, Rick. I'm gonna give you a piece of advice, Rick. Before I go,
if I can hear it.
You don't let people turn your stream into a den of ill repute, Rick. Don't let them cuss like that.
It's too late. It's too late.
Well, my problem right now is I can barely hear what anybody's saying.
So he doesn't even know when somebody.
After I get like 3 or 4 people in here, it's like my thing goes. No.
If you have a bleep button, I suggest going through the entire stream and bleeping all my bad words.
Oh, this is live.
Oh, okay. When he puts it up.
No, it's going to go archived exactly the way it is as soon as the stream's done.
He's going to have to call it Cross Comics Too Raw for YouTube.
And Rick, stop archiving all your streams. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is because when I jumped in here, Rick had to check out because I'm taking up way too much of his bandwidth or something. I don't know, but I'm going to have to dip out of here. Thank you for having me on, Rick. Thank you for letting me come on and talk to your guest.
I survived. I'm alive. I think I'm officially ready for for Saturday.
That's
I'm
good.
having enough.
Well, that's good. Well,
And Timothy, it was nice to talk to you.
Learn.
Thank you, sir.
With every interview, you learn.
Metal, it was nice to meet you.
I've learned to cut.
Likewise.
I've learned preparation.
You don't need to prepare anything. Just talk down to him.
Yeah.
And don't
And I
forget
refer them
every
to
interview.
Church of Failure too.
Yes, Church of Failure is a good guy. But remember, every interview you go to, don't try to come up with new talking points. Everywhere you go is going to be a new
Right.
audience, and they have to hear the stuff again and again and again
Oh,
and again and again and again.
Well, after so many interviews, then I should be a pro at this.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
But I got to go. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Okay, later, John. Thanks for coming on.
yes,
And I
thank you.
guess you just promoted the buckler and everything.
That's
Okay.
all right. It's a good. It looks like a good comic book. I don't mind.
Yeah. Work says I got no AC, and yesterday was ungodly. Yeah, heat is can be pretty bad, but I'd rather the heat than the cold. So
I don't know, man.
I
Heat
dare
index
you.
today was 113 here in Texas.
Oh yeah, what part of Texas you at?
Dallas, well, South Dallas, Cedar Hill.
Oh, I'm in Central Texas.
Ooh.
Middle of
well, we
nowhere.
get up over 100 here with the humidity and all that. So
I have to work outside. I have to work outside in the heat. So yeah, I know how hot it was. Hey, I dare you to send a link and try to get Tug on. That umbrella guy, I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
do what?
I dare you to invite Tug on.
Why
The
was
umbrella. That umbrella guy.
Yeah, I know about him. Oh, I'm only hearing every other word. That's my problem. He was 102 yesterday. Yeah, we had about a week of 100, over 100 here in Hamilton.
We could say whatever we want. He wouldn't be able to hear us.
Not completely. I can hear a little bit of what's being said. Enough sometimes to make it. Well, we've gone over the campaign. Unless anybody has any questions, maybe I'm going to end a little early since
it's almost time anyway.
Yeah, well, normally I go about 2 hours, but depends on everything. But a lot of stuff was asked, and hopefully everybody will go back. $12 is a good thing to get in at, and that includes shipping, so that is good.
I'm going to have to update my campaign with a bio of each character. Definitely.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
And at least the rough setting of the world.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be included in the whole list of all the characters.
Dad says it was great to have your dad on. Where? My dad wasn't on.
What kind of name is Chad Middleton anyway?
Chad's a good guy. So anything you want to promote, Metal?
Just the same as always. Go over to xdynamuschaos.com. A lot of content up there, including the manga that I'm working on for the Tezuka manga contest. I have just under 30 pages uploaded to the site. I'm working on page 30 right now.
Cool. And of course, we know what Timothy wants to promote.
Yeah. You already know. Melvin on Indiegogo. Please back it, you wonderful people. Did it work?
And everybody, I'd like to thank all my guests coming on, and thank everybody in the chat for coming by and participating. Y'all made a grace. And we will, I guess, see you. I'll be on Twitch tomorrow afternoon at noon, and of course, I will be on here tomorrow night. So we'll catch you all later. Bye for now. God bless. Have a great night, everyone.
Yep.